In this video, I want to go through a few ways that you can hold your hook and your yarn while you're first starting off crocheting. So I want to start by saying that there actually is no right or wrong way to hold your hook or your yarn. It's whatever is most comfortable for you and whatever works for you to give you the result that you want. But if we start by having a look at our hooks, you can see that no matter what type of crochet hook you have, there's this flat section in it here. So that section is where your thumb is going to go. Now there's two main ways you can hold your hook. One is what's called the knife hold. So you're putting your thumb on that flat bit and you're holding it just like you would hold a knife. Now holding it like this when your yarn is over your hook, you can also extend this finger out to hold that yarn in place if you need to while you're working. The other most common way to hold your crochet hook is what's called the pencil grip. So instead of holding it over the top of the handle, we're bringing our hand around underneath and you're holding it like you would hold a pen or a pencil. So your thumb is still on that flat bit, just like it was in the knife hold, but you're holding it underneath instead. Now, if we have a look at how to hold our yarn, the most important thing with this is that however you're holding it, you're able to maintain the tension. So the tension is whether our stitches are loose or tight, and we want that to be consistent throughout our project so that it looks even. Now, I'm just going to tie a quick slip stitch in this yarn so that I can put it over my hook. There's a whole video on how to make a slip stitch if you're not sure about that. Now, I'm going to show you the way that I hold my yarn and then a couple of alternatives as well. So first of all, you've got two pieces of yarn here. You've got this one, which is the end, and you've got this one here, which connects to the ball, and that's called our working yarn. So what I do with that working yarn is I wrap it over my pinky and around the back. So it's going around my pinky. And then I'm going to go in between my pointer finger and my middle finger and over the top like this. So what that means is that I can close my fingers down the bottom here to control how smoothly that yarn moves through my fingers. And that's going to help me control my tension. This finger up the top, my pointer finger, also helps me control the tension. I can move it further away to pull that nice and tight, or I can bend it a little to make it a bit looser. So all of those two things together are going to give you good control over your tension. It also means that you've got your middle finger and your thumb if you need to use those to grip here. For example, if I was going to do a chain, I can hold that there with those fingers and I can move my yarn through my fingers like that. Now, again, there's lots of different ways you can do it. There is no right or wrong way. That's what works best for me. But other people just weave their yarn through their fingers like this, and they can pinch them shut like this. So pinching it over that yarn is going to make it a bit tighter, and letting your fingers go makes it a bit looser. So they like to hold it like that. Again, no right or wrong way. Some people just like to hold it like that. So they haven't wrapped it, weaved it, anything like that. They're just holding their fingers tight to control the tension. So play around with it and see what works for you. But again, the main thing is that you are controlling your tension.